Can we just go home now?
Welcome back.
I mean...
Jericho is supposed to be home.
Welcome back to David Cage's Terrible.
Thanks, I hate it.
It's weird. I could have cared less about the Kara storyline, and yet that one last bit makes me just... It's dead to me.
I know, right?
Oh, that's okay. It's okay, Jova.
So basically, Jova, nothing's changed.
Okay. Speaking of nothing's changed, I have a big plot hole to point out. So the game has constantly said that human opinion of our revolution has risen. Well, why is it that the story contradicts that at every turn? Like, people are getting gunned, androids are getting gunned down on the streets, and yet supposedly humans are okay with this? Maybe they could actually, show us...
Do we know whether exactly it's the majority or the...
Well, actually, Jova, they are going to address the fact that the public opinion is in our favor, believe it or not, through a specific press conference that we'll see in that part after this.
Also, I believe it's just the police that are gunning down the androids.
Yeah.
Well, that's the thing, though, Shuri. We never
Probably on orders.
That's the thing, though. They never show us the reactions of people outside the police. Like,
don't tell,
Shuri. We're only told this.
Shuri.
That'll go say hi.
Shuri. They're gunning us down because they're evil, Shuri. Anyway.
Oh, North didn't like that.
Well, of course. North never likes fucking any... Yeah,
I don't like North, so...
I'm with Dwebs on this one. Fuck North. Like... North is such a terribly written character.
They already had robot sex.
North's the girl, isn't she?
Yes.
Yeah.
North is just the stereotypical, I want to do action stuff because, grr.
Yeah, and not just that, Webs. She's so inconsistently written.
Punch something.
She's so inconsistently written. It's not even funny.
I am a woman. Hear me roar.
No. Jova, you're doing it wrong, Jova. I'm a woman.
Oh, Jova, look at that. That message was so deep.
That's what we need to do, Jova. It's such a shame that I recorded this game before the Batwoman trailer came out, because if it did, I probably would have used the theme from that trailer to play along North Seeds.
I'm sorry, did Marcus just...
I would disagree with that, because her whole drive doesn't have anything to do with, a strong, independent woman.
Yeah,
it has nothing to do with that. It has more to do with a drive that she wants humanity to fucking pay.
Hang on.
So, that joke would be... That joke would kind of be a misstep, honestly.
Yes, sure. The entirety of Jericho is set to explode if they want.
What I mean is... One minute she's like, we should take action, and all of a sudden she's like, no, don't blow this shit up.
Although this is important, either Marcus or North keeping the detonator, because it will play out in what is about to happen.
Obviously, if North takes the detonator, of course she's going to blow it up.
What I'm saying is, one minute she wants to do action, and then the next minute...
Well, remember, Jova, we already had robot sex previously.
We had already that inconsistent behavior in stuff like Connor's interrogation, where 1 second he can go super aggressive, and the second next he's like, oh, don't worry, everything is gonna be fine.
Okay, programmed with both good cop, bad cop.
Isn't that romantic?
No, it isn't.
To be fair, that was because Pedro kept choosing other choices. This is something he has no control over.
Mm-hmm. Well, technically, Dwebs, I can choose to have
off the ship.
I can. Well, no, but I can choose for Marcus not to reciprocate her feelings. So,
Took her off the ship. The way she's been
behaving,
dangerous.
Make her walk and play.
It's the everyone style of romance, where the player is in control of whether or not the romance is even a thing to begin with. But anyway, that's the thing she wrote. I agree. That's the thing she wrote. I agree with you. The problem is that you can tell that's the reaction David Cage wants us to have when it comes to this character.
He isn't gonna get it.
Tell me about it. Anyway, okay, may I speak up a bit on another stupid line? So Marcus says violence is in there.
Sorry, Jova, because now it's the moment, I think.
What could they possibly do to...
Hold on, Connor has to get the phone. Hold on.
Connor has managed to locate both Jericho and Marcus. Yes, I don't like any of the outcomes of these. These very mean.
All right.
confrontations.
Hold on. Let me help here. Jova. Okay, you were asking in the previous part about, but Connor has now become deviant and so. Well, technically no, because what the game considers deviant.
Wait,
hold on.
Hold on. I never said he became deviant. I just said that he's able to gain emotions
All
without
right.
becoming a deviant.
Well, okay, whatever. The basic point is now you can actually choose as Connor. Now you're playing as Connor. Well, you're technically both playing as both Marcus and Connor at the same time right now.
Arguably, the game even tricks you in some occasions of whose answer determines what outcome.
I disagree, Theo. It's easy. The one where you see the face is the one who's actually answering. I think it's pretty easy to tell which
Not
one.
for some of the fight scenes, but anyway.
No. I don't mean the fight scenes. I mean this specific scene right now.
Here's what happens, Jova. Easy outcomes. Either Connor shoots Marcus effectively, Marcus manages to activate the bomb if he has the detonator. We complete with Connor saying, "Oh shit!" before exploding. Or what I think it's about to happen, Connor becomes deviant forcefully thanks to Marcus. He doesn't even get the break the wall
Well,
thing.
to be fair, I guess what we're going for is that, Everett forgot the entire investigation. And to be fair, it does make sense with my choices that Connor forgot the entire for entirety of my run, has been getting more and more doubts about his purpose and all that, because, he's starting to have, the whole thing where he even refused to shoot Chloe, like Hank pointed out. So I guess technically he's basically made the entire path of realizing that he has free will and maybe try to help the others of his kind. And even Hank approves of this. So
here's the thing: the confrontation makes it look like it's thanks to Marcus that this happened, not from Connor's own. There you go.
But here's the thing, the become a deviant choice has to be unlocked because of your path.
Oh wait, I forgot that there was actually the wall breaking thing.
Not just that, Theo, but
Wait,
remember.
Isn't actually one of the outcomes actually Marcus forcefully still, making you deviant by touching you?
No, it isn't.
My bad, man. I retreat.
No. And remember, Theo, that become a deviant option that you just saw there, as you saw through the symbol, it has to be unlocked, meaning you have to...
With enough software instability.
With enough software. So technically, technically you do have to go out of your way to make sure that Connor can become a deviant. So I guess technically this is not one of
Avanta was betrayed.
So technically, I would argue that this is not that bad of a resolution as long. Go ahead, Joe.
Mind you,
Well, that's because that's because of the bad writing, Joe.
Not to mention the pacing. Like you've seen, this particular confrontation happens right after you've been dealing with Marcus. So it's presented as a Marcus segment where Connor just shows up. However, this is an extremely important moment for Connor's storyline, and it's viewed as a sort of a background event for someone else's storyline.
Not only that,
there's not even Hank around the area that say, "No, Connor, don't do this" or stuff like that.
Yeah, like that's a weird thing. Also, I'm sorry, but this just feels way too rushed. Like, okay, Connor was already on the border of becoming a deviant. However, oh god,
yeah. Why? We had so much faith in you, but yeah.
Why, Stan? Why did you betray us?
Unfortunately, the FBI has managed to find the location of Jericho, so it's about to storm the place and kill every single android in it. So it's time to run.
Well, obviously, Teo. Remember, the humans are out for blue blood.
So
Remember, guys. Violence is in our genes.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Can I talk about how? Yeah, can I talk about how stupid that line is? Like, violence is in their genes? Like, I'm sorry, you're supposed to be the guy talking about us being equal, yet here you are making a generalization about all humans. It's almost like you're racially profiling of humans when you suggest that violence is inherently bred in them.
Do the humans...
Hey, Jova, maybe that's the whole bit with this game.
Hold on, yes, Leaves.
Thank you. Do the humans know about the nukes in the ship?
No.
Not yet. That's the C4, actually.
Blow it up.
Jova, but don't you see, Jova? As we've seen throughout the entirety of this game, all humans...
Blow it up.
All the humans we've seen over the course of this game, Jova, are evil assholes who... Except for maybe Rose, I guess. But I'm pretty sure Rose is doomed. That's...
Again, here's my question then. What's the point of human opinion rising if all humans in this world are evil. You can't just
Again,
have your cake
it's
and eat it.
David and the game operating on the pretense that this is the world of the Purge, where we just want to tear each other apart just because.
That's stupid because, okay, maybe if the game acknowledged that androids aren't all in the right, this would be better. But no, we're supposed to side with the androids. The androids who seem to have just as much a precognition.
Oh no,
notion
the
of
Hitchhiker.
their
Oh
enemy.
no, not the Ex Machina ripoff. No.
Oh no, it's the end of Jericho. Did it even have a start, really? I mean, I know it
And
was
she's
just like
dead.
a...
You were so useful.
You were so useful, thank you.
Wait. How'd she die? Did she run out of blue blood?
I don't know. She died because David doesn't need her anymore. So bye.
Remember, the other lieutenant said that they were still running on out of blue blood.
Basically, Jova,
So
David
sloppy.
K.
I mean,
Basically,
they're
Joe.
talking
Sorry.
they're talking about how Jericho's over. Is it weird to me that it feels like we barely got to see enough of Jericho to really care about it? I mean, sure, yeah, we get what Jericho is, but it's not like we really got to know a lot of these people outside of a select a bit of a group.
Basically, Joe, what
Like, you
happened?
know-
Sorry, go ahead, finish. I thought you were finished.
Basically, it's like if you had the Freedom Fighters from the Sonic series without us actually getting to know what the Freedom Fighters were fighting for.
What am I fighting for?
Pretty much. Oh, we're just gonna leave Looper.
That's the thing, Jova.
No.
That's the thing, Jova. The game kind of made me think. Okay, should I was thinking that. Okay, I need to either. I guess it's one of those cases where I need to either save Alice or save Lufer. You know. But that's the thing, Jova. If I help Lufer, I can help both of them escape. Silly me. I was thinking that it was one of those hard choices where I have to choose who to save, and I can't save them
Not
both.
to mention, spoiler, if I recall correctly,
You
still...
barely knew Luther for 5 minutes.
And now because she helped Alice, she doesn't
Okay,
trust her.
to be perfectly fair, you did spend actually a couple of chapters with him still. Yes,
Well,
it's
yeah,
not as bad
2
as that.
chapters. Woo.
Yes, Dweebs, it's still better than you just barely knew him. Come on.
Okay, to
but
Dribs' credit, we didn't get to see much of their development, and you know
And-
how we are about off-screen.
True. Well, for David Cage standard, I still believe you at least you got the bare minimum. But what I was saying is that if I recall correctly, outside of his chapter, mind you, even outside of his chapter, don't get attached to Luther still, because one way or the other, the game still kills him in some kind of fashion. So even if he
Wow.
survives here, it's not gonna last much.
Yeah.
Well,
because
actually, no, Teo. It is possible for Lufer to survive all the way until the end of the game if you know what you're doing.
You did, but
I think there's even an achievement for helping
No,
everyone survive.
I remember you trying so much the last chapter because
No,
he kept dying.
That's the thing, Teo. In order for Lufer to survive, you have to take the risky route where you steal the bus tickets. Silly me. Here I thought we could try to do a pure good playthrough, but I guess we can't.
Huh, this sounds so awfully convoluted.
It is. I'll explain more when we get to that part.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. This is just so sloppy. Like, am I supposed to care about Jericho? I mean, okay,
Yes.
so Jericho were
Care
apparently on
about
the
it.
Jova, you have to look at all
But
the
Jova,
corpses.
but Jova, David is sticking it to the evil white slave owners. You should, be thankful that someone is.
Look at how the FBI, this SWAT team are treating these poor androids.
Yeah.
Like, here's
That's
the
the
thing
thing.
about...
Sorry.
No, go on, Shirai.
I have a question, since you just brought up a good point. In this game at all, for those who don't have the memory of a Civ, have we seen any black characters who own androids?
No.
No.
If you remember at all.
Shira, only white.
There we go.
Shira, only white people are evil. Don't you know?
There was a Puerto Rican Mexican, the Ortiz guy, who was owning the android of one of the
Oh
investigations.
yeah, I forgot. Oh yeah, right. I forgot about that guy.
Okay,
yeah.
so what? One person. So
One
Yeah.
person.
The others, I believe, were still white people.
Let's not forget that there have also been people of different races on the police who have been gunning down the android, so clearly they're just as evil. God forbid they may
So-
be doing their...
Did we just add a Looney Tunes card
Yeah.
gag?
Well, Shiroi, you have to understand, Shiroi.
So David's muddying the water is what he's doing.
You know what this feels like? This chapter feels like Ultimatum. Something that is made to kill anything you had any chance of caring for in one fell swoop, thinking that they can wipe a slate clean. The problem is that this doesn't even feel like a proper ending. Like, It doesn't feel like
Well, actually, this is
anything's
not
been
the
accomplished in
well.
this
Technically, this
world.
is not the ending yet. This is it feels like it might be the climax already, but it's not technically.
No, there's still one major action that Marcus has to do.
But
Oh, goody. So that's another way it's like Ultimatum, something that seems like the end, but actually isn't.
that's okay, Jova. Here's the basic gist of it. Here's what happened. The Deus Ex Machina future predicting android was all like, "Okay, I did it. I managed to get everybody on the correct path." And David's like, "Very good. But I'm afraid you've outlived their usefulness. So now you must die of plot contrivance."
No. They can easily check and see if you're actually dead. Come on.
Look at that, we can see you moving.
No. I thought it couldn't get any more stupid than last part, but clearly I was wrong. So they shoot them and they're dead.
No, they didn't shoot them like they shoot other guys.
I know. No. I'm talking about what they should do if they were competent.
And there you go, this particular SWAT agent is so idiotic but doesn't try to finish them off just to be sure.
Wow.
Jova, by the way, this is where your taxes go to. I hope you're proud.
Also, Shiwa,
Tax dollars.
anyway, Shiwa, to answer your question, again, Shiwa, you have to remember, see, being white males, both me and Teo, every time we wake up and get out of our beds, we have to do our best to control our unending evil anger to try to subjugate everybody to our whims, because that's just how we are. It's just our nature, as this game is very well demonstrating, don't you see?
So, question, Marcus. What's even the point now? I mean, pretty much almost everyone in Jericho is dead, so what's the point of setting up the news?
Let me think of a good catchphrase. Bomb Voyage. No, that was used in League of Extraordinary Gentlemen.
Like, here's the problem. By bombing it now with humans on it, you're kind of making androids to be out as bad as the humans if you know you're going to end up
Which
killing
is
a lot of
what
humans with
North
a bomb.
wants.
Also, Teo,
A dirty bomb at that.
but that's exactly the thing about Carlos Ortiz, Teo. That's exactly the thing, Teo. Carlos Ortiz is actually a paid agent from the other white people. Don't you see, Teo? That's someone like you can put out. Well, what about Carlos Ortiz? He's not a white male. Us white evil males are clever, Teo. We know what we're doing. So.
Okay, Pedro, question.
Can you
Is
play
there any way-
four-dimensional chess, mate?
Yes,
Okay,
why not?
Pedro, question.
Go ahead.
Is there any way to make it so that Marcus doesn't bomb the ship? Because
Yes.
Oh, no.
Well, actually, no, there isn't. Sorry.
So,
Leave her. Oh, come on.
why did you save her?
because
It's kind of fucking up at it.
that's the thing, Jova. Usually, when it comes to playing these games, I usually try to do what I think the character would do. Not so
Just once, you couldn't have made an exception.
Fuck it. I'd just abandoned her ass because she's a
Also-
freaking psychopath.
Also,
Like,
don't
I
you
hate
just
this-
love it that despite wearing full body armors and helmets, so these SWAT teams are completely vulnerable even to pea shooters?
I love how just like this, Connor's willing to throw away everything. Everything, like deviant or not, Connor always seemed like that one android who would always have a sense of choice. But no, he just throws it away that quickly. That just feels like an insult to his character.
Again, Jova, it really reinforces the theme that Marcus is brainwashing people instead of
AKA, it's abundantly clear that David Cage stripped away the control of the writing of his character from the other writers, and from now on, it's all the David Cage show, basically.
Mind you,
Really
like I
does
said,
feel like that.
the last scenario with Connor is still written in a good way. So there is redemption at the end of this. So it's not a down and road for him.
Oh, how convenient! The bomb didn't explode many people; it just sunk the ship.
Look at that. Look at that,
I
Jova.
thought they put it as a nuke. Also, what?
I thought it was a dirty bomb. Should they all be dying of radiation by now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They literally wrote it into the script that it was nukes and a dirty bomb.
Shoot. Anyway,
How many times do we need to teach you this lesson, old man?
I know, right?
look, you see, Jova, even Stan, who we all thought was the nice guy in Beyond Two Souls, even he, as you just saw, turned out to be an evil scumbag. You see, at the end of the day, Jova, all of us are just evil. We just are. See? That's
We're
just
all bastards.
exactly. See, Dwebs is finally admitting to it.
Understand? He's seeing the light.
Hell, even hang on, if we're doing, hang on. So basically, the only innocent people now are Jova and Shioi.
I guess since I'm black.
Well, yeah. Remember, Jova is the good one of our group. Was the rest of us? Well, yeah, and Shira is also a good. So Jova and Shira are the true heroes of this story, whereas me, you, and Teo
Hey,
are.
I only get by on a technicality.
True, yeah. Isn't she technically still white? So that could mean that she's also evil.
Yes. Well, no. It's okay. It's okay, Joe. Fortunately, she cancels out her evilness. Well, you know where I'm going with this.
Disabled perks.
Actually, I hate to say it, I don't, because this game is just that stupid.
It's contrived, but so yeah. Honestly, to me, this was the worst chapter in the entire game. Mind you, not for offensiveness, because as we've demonstrated, the game throws so many insults to anyone possible in the previous chapter. I'm talking through a gameplay perspective, not necessarily on the inputs, but you need to do all the choices that matter, but in how the storylines converging don't matter at all or ruin the characters involved.
That reminds me, Teo. For later, I'm having a bit of trouble. I'm having a bit of trouble enslaving one of my refrigerators. I'm having trouble properly enslaving one of my refrigerators. So, do you know any good ways to beat a refrigerator into submission?
Okay, Marcus, don't act like you care, because just a few chapters ago, you have completely forgotten about Carl treating you nice because you talked about how all humans are bad. In case
you're wondering if Carl survived when you pick the other options during the confrontation and Carl survived, Marcus will actually visiting him at home again, and we'll have a small reunion. But like Pedro mentioned before, it doesn't really provide much, honestly.
Yeah, basically, here's what happens. If Carl survived and his son died instead of what happened in reverse in my playthrough, instead of going here, he goes to his home and has one final talk with Carl. And Carl makes this whole, look, Marcus, you and I may not have the same color, the same blood color, but we're still, basically, you see where I'm going with this, right?
Basically, it's as subtle as you think.
Hey, asshole. How you doing?
This is awkward.
Okay, we could have some kind of talk and resolve our differences, but nah. Moving on. Go ahead, Jova.
Have a seat, subtle.
Well, to be fair, this guy's so coked out of his mind, he probably just rambles like.
If you're curious, sorry.
He'll probably just be so high off drugs. He'll say, "Fuck you! You killed my dad." And stuff.
What Whip said?
Actually, no. If you actually talk with him, he actually has some minor redemption dialogue.
Wait, can you actually talk to him too? I've never managed to find an option like that.
He specifically mentioned on TV tropes, so let me check again.
Well, I've never. Okay, is it in this graveyard scene? Because I've never found the option, and I platinumed this thing.
Oh, give me a second.
Because
don't worry, the scene right now is instead Marcus running up who remains and Kara getting the ticket.
Let me guess, it's one of those things where I have to make a very specific amount of choices over the course of the game for it to happen. I hate those.
Probably. Would it surprise you if Mr. Cage?
No, I wouldn't, because I know enough about David Cage to know.
Okay. You know what I've realized that's a big problem with the robots thing? The robots thing is treated like one of those stupid stereotypical, hey, you can do anything no matter what.
So we got to apologize to Kara for some reason. And we got to decide whether we're going to assassinate Connor.
Yeah.
Let's
go with that.
Wait, hold on. Didn't you know? Oh, right. I guess he didn't know that they were using him to. Actually, no. It was his director to find Jericho. What did he think they were gonna do?
That's the thing, Joe. From this point on, in Connor's eyes, Hank is the only good human being.
Oh, great, goody.
Well, to be fair, the humans he's interacted with are different, or is that pretty?
Yeah, Connor's kind of had a shit luck of the draw, really.
Not just that, but aside from what Dweb said earlier about Manfred, Carl's son, that's the thing, Dweb. Aside from being high, like you said, let's face it. When Marcus went by him, let's face it, Leo is just struggling all of his natural instincts to just beat the crap out of Marcus and kill him because that's how evil we are.
Turns out I was only partially right. The whole, Leo coming down and becoming, well, for lack of a better term, more human happens, but only in the route where Carl is saved, because as it happens, Leo doesn't get killed, but instead sent to the hospital. I quote.
How do you get that?
Hold on. If you put his ass in the hospital and turn to Carl's house later in the game, you can see a video recording of Leo talking about how sorry he was for how he behaved and promising to clean up his act. Given his overall appearance, he's far more calm. It seems he has at least sobered up.
How obtuse.
Oh, wait. I think I get it. So Marcus doesn't kill Leo, he just puts him in the hospital
shoves him into a shelf or something.
Maybe if the game didn't make that one scene that Teo just dictated, so hard to get, then I wouldn't have assumed that he died. Because the game kind of implies that that's what happens.
I get sometimes making it hard to get the best ending, but this just feels dumb and with no rhyme or reason.
It is dumb.
Like, okay, David, why do you want to make getting the best ending so obtuse? Like, I'm sorry, even Shadow the Hedgehog isn't this complicated with getting the best ending. You just got to get 10 different endings. Here, no, you got to do something incredibly elaborate. This game is one of the biggest frustrations I have ever commentated on, and that's saying something. Let me guess, North is disappointed because... Oh, actually, no, we did exactly what she wanted to do.
Because we didn't kill anybody.
How many of us survived the attack?
Well, Dwebs, you have to understand. I mean, despite our clear villainous nature, Marcus still insists on trying to play the peacekeeper. And let's face it, Dwebs, the only good human is a dead human.
Of course.
Oh, great! They're taking them to camp. So
Holocaust parallel. Sure, let's throw that in while we're at it.
Yeah.
Okay, so basically, David, you've gone from doing the civil rights movement to now basically going the irredeemable route of Holocaust against robots.
Jova, everything is here.
Which means, of course, so basically, Jova, where are we evil? We're Nazis now. See? It just keeps. It just keeps getting worse for us.
Also, I'm sorry.
At this rate, you might as well just start singing "Springtime" for Hitler or something.
I'll get back to you at the end of the game, Dwips.
What does it turn out? Let me guess. The plot twist is that this turns out to be a prequel for Wolfenstein.
You wish. You wish.
Oh no! Wait. Does it turn out that this is it cuts to Mel Brooks saying,
"Holy crap! They're holding hands. That's so lewd." But anyway,
that's my line.
Okay. Wow, this just keeps getting better and better.
Remember, Teo, I'm evil, so I stole that line from you because I'm.
Therefore, I'm compelled to try to kill you as a result.
Exactly. Okay. I'm up for it. When?
Okay, so
I haven't killed anybody in 5 minutes, so I need my fix. So come on. You want to up, bro? Come on.
Solo and Smash, guys, come on.
So, okay, dumb question, but again I ask, what's the point of the human opinion? Because I'm sorry, there is no way that if human opinion of robots was this good, that we would let a flipping Holocaust somehow go to pass without there being some vocal outrage.
Allow me, Jova, since it's not part of the playthrough that I did in here, I can say it. Basically, Jova, if you manage to take Kara and Alice to the bus, and manage to go through the border into Canada, that's our primary plan with Kara and Alice.
That's the plot of Logan.
Anyway, go on.
Remember, Dwebs, David is creatively bankrupt. But anyway, that's the thing, Jova. At the very end of the border, Jova, there's a border control, and they're scanning people's bodies just to make sure they're not androids, or to make sure that the androids don't leave for Canada. Here's the thing, Jova. The only way to be able to get past that control is to have the public opinion in a high enough state, so that after scanning Kara, the guy's like start and then Olandus, and then Kara turns to the guy and goes like, "Please, we just want to be free." And then the guy looks at the TV that's in the building, and he looks how again the androids keep protesting peacefully, and he decides to turn a blind eye and let Kara by. That's the only time where the public opinion thing comes into play. You need to have. Go ahead, Dwips.
I got a question actually. Can you choose to have them just self-destruct themselves?
No.
No.
So there you go. You can either
demonstration or revolution.
He'll just say, you know what? This revolution was a lie. Kill yourselves.
So yeah, this is the final choice, Jova. Obviously, considering all of my choices with Marcus up until this point, it wouldn't have made sense for me to just suddenly go to war against the humans. So yeah, I'm gonna keep my peaceful protest.
Oh, I'll be upset. No, forgive.
like I care. That's the thing, Jova. That's the one time, and I platinumed this goddamn thing for the record. That's the only time, Jova, where the public opinion meter becomes useful. It's literally for just that one scene that I didn't even see in my first playthrough.
And it affects something in someone else's story, because you think of it have to do with Marcus's arc, but no, it apparently affects Kara's arc. What a load.
Yep.
Oh shit.
Basically, the bottom line, Jova, is that aside from Connor's story, towards the end, the game just falls apart.
It really is falling apart because, at this point I gotta wonder, what's the end game goal? I mean, clearly humanity is not going to be redeemed if we go to Holocaust levels.
Oh, actually, Jova, there is still one way, Jova. We can finally...
You're not gonna like that.
Let's just say, there is...
possibly brainwash all the humans or something?
No, Jova, I'm talking about cheesiness.
There's still one way, Jova. We can finally appeal to what little minuscule modicum of goodness the humans have. And let's just say you're not gonna like it.
Really?
Yes.
Well, I guess we'll just have to wait for them then, eh?
See ya, everybody, for next part of David Cage is Terrible. Moving on. See ya.
Yeah.